over 30 active Amber Alerts in the USA. We've decided we are going to cover one each week. Many cases we've covered, we get the comment, why wasn't there an Amber Alert? Let's go over what an Amber Alert is and what is the criteria for an Amber Alert. Amber stands for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response and was created as a legacy to 9-year-old Amber Hagerman, who was kidnapped while riding her bicycle in Arlington, Texas, and then brutally murdered. We will go over her case in this video. There is a guideline that has to be followed in order for an Amber Alert to be issued. The criteria for that guideline is there's a reasonable belief by law enforcement that an abduction has occurred. The law enforcement agency believes that the child is in imminent danger of serious bodily injury or death. There is enough descriptive information about the victim and the abduction for law enforcement to issue an Amber Alert to assist in the recovery of the child. The abduction is of a child aged 17 years or younger. The child's name and other critical data elements, including the child's abduction flag, have been entered into the National Crime Information Center system. Now let's go over the case of Amber Hagerman. Amber Hagerman, born to Donna and Ricky Hagerman, November 25, 1986, was 9 years old when she disappeared on January 13, 1996 in Arlington, Texas. Amber was a beautiful, smart, happy 9-year-old girl. She loved school and she made straight A's and won many awards. She loved to draw and she loved to watch the movie Pocahontas. She loved the color pink and she loved to ride her new pink bike, especially with her little 5-year-old brother Ricky, whom she called Bubba. January 13th, 1996 was a beautiful, clear Saturday, nothing but blue skies, and the temperature was in the 70s. It was a perfect day for a bike ride, and that's exactly what Amber and her little brother set out to do. Amber and her little brother promised their mom Donna they wouldn't go more than a block from the grandparents' home. But Amber convinced her baby brother to go a few more blocks because she knew about a bike ramp in an empty parking lot. After a few minutes of following his sister, Ricky turned around and went back home because he didn't want to get into trouble. Amber knew she needed to go back too, but she was having too much fun riding in huge circles on her pink bicycle, not realizing the grave danger she was in. 78-year-old Jimmy Kibble, a former sheriff's deputy, had been watching Amber ride her bike from his backyard. He had a good view of the parking lot, and he watched Amber ride around, and then he watched as a black truck pulled up between the closed-down grocery store and laundromat that the parking lot was home to. Jimmy watched in disbelief as a man jumped out of the truck and snatched Amber off her bike as she kicked and screamed for help. The unknown man threw Amber in the truck and sped away. Jimmy quickly ran inside and called 911. He described Amber's kidnapper as a white or Latino male in his 20s or 30s with a medium build. His hair was brown or maybe black. Jimmy described the truck as a black 1980s or 90s full-size pickup truck. He said there was no visible damage and that the truck sped away, turning west onto East Abrams Street. It was only a few minutes before police arrived, but all they found was Amber's new pink bike. When Ricky returned home without Amber, their grandfather drove up to the parking lot to get Amber. His annoyance of Amber disobeying quickly turned into panic as he drove up to see police, thinking perhaps Amber got hurt. But no, she was missing. The family and community, along with police, searched for Amber. Despite her parents being newly divorced, both mom and dad just wanted to find Amber no matter what. The laundromat was packed that Saturday afternoon, but it is believed that most that were there weren't U.S. citizens and got scared when police showed up and left the area. The police released statements that no one was or would be in trouble or deported. They just wanted to know if anyone saw anything, but no one ever came forward. Days passed as the search for Amber continued, and on the 4th day near midnight, a man walking his dog discovered Amber's body in a creek behind an apartment complex with severe laceration wounds to her neck. The site of discovery was less than 5 miles from where she was abducted. Amber's case remains unsolved. Amber's death inspired Diane Simone from Dallas, Texas, to call an area radio station and ask if local broadcasters could team up with police to get information out immediately following a child abduction. Dallas-Fort Worth broadcasters established a coordinated system with police so they could warn the public when a child was kidnapped and in danger. The alert has Amber's name but stands for America's Missing Broadcast Emergency Response. Other states and communities soon set up their own Amber plans as the idea spread across the nation. It has helped in the recovery of over 1,000 children. While this plan won't bring back Amber, her mother Donna, who's a child safety campaigner since Amber's abduction, said the alert being named after Amber is bittersweet. She said, "I'm glad it's helping so many children, but there's another part of me that wonders what would have happened if we would have had this alert when Amber went missing. Could it have helped bring her back to me?" It's been almost 28 years since Amber was abducted, and police still receive tips. They still have high hopes her case will be solved one day. And if you have any information on Amber's case, please call Arlington Detectives at 817-575-8823. As stated in the beginning of this video, there are over 30 active Amber Alerts in the U.S. We will be covering one each week on Mondays. Please make sure you're subscribed and or follow us so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Please consider giving this video a like and leaving us a comment. Make sure to check out our pages as we post missing persons daily. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Monday for a new active Amber Alert. Bye, guys.